So now is the perfect time to really evaluate which Tesla you're going to buy. So we're going to break down exactly the pros and cons from cost to performance, from the Model 3 to the Model Y and others in this video. So for some context, I am near 10,000 miles on my Model 3 rear wheel drive. So I've had this car since around June of last year, and I paid around $39,000 for it before a lot of the price increases. And I want to tell you exactly what I liked and what I would have done differently when I'm choosing my Tesla. Now, hopefully these will help you whenever you're deciding, but here is number one. And number one is probably on everyone's radar, and that is the price. And I would love to get a new Model S Plaid, but as a price tag of over $100,000, probably couldn't swing that. So think about your price range. I paid, again, around $40,000, and my monthly payment is $590. Now, the thing with Teslas and almost every car is you get what you pay for. So when you're looking at your Tesla, think about and remember how much you're going to save every month from the charging versus what you're paying right now in gas. So this varies. They've done studies on this. They've looked at multiple factors, and all in all, you're gonna save around $80 to maybe $120 a month. Now that's gonna change based on your driving habits, but you can factor that in when you see that final number on the website, and you can shave off those savings from charging, because it's gonna be a lot cheaper to charge maybe at your house or at your apartment than it is to be buying gas. So obviously you can go on the website and you can decide if it's affordable or doable based on if it's the rear wheel drive, the long range, or a performance model. But let's get even deeper into it. What are some things you need to factor in, some big differentiators when you're shopping for a Tesla? So that leads us into the finishes. Now there's certain finishes you will not get if you're getting the base model. So that base model rear wheel drive or even the base model Y. So here's what those are. One of the most important finishes in your Tesla spec is the acceleration and exactly how quick your car is going to go. Now to give you an idea, my base range Model 3 has a 0 to 60 around 5.8 seconds. Versus if I sprung for the performance Model 3, I get all-wheel drive, something that the base model doesn't have, and my acceleration 0 to 60 increases, or it gets better, I should say. It is now 3.1 seconds. So there are a lot of upgrades that you're getting for your money whenever you go for the performance models on the 3 and the Y. So what are those? What are you paying for? So you are unable to get the Uber turbine rims unless you get the performance models, the 3 and the Y. You're also getting a lowered suspension. You're getting a carbon fiber spoiler, which also increases your performance in your range, and you're getting performance brakes. So just keep that in mind. You cannot get a base model and add things like the carbon fiber spoiler or lowered suspension. You would have to do that as an aftermarket product. So you really do get what you pay for. Think about that if you're determining, well, should I get the base model or should I upgrade to the performance? You do get what you pay for, some unique features with those models. And that takes us into point number 3, the purpose of your Tesla. And think about, of course, you're gonna use this perhaps as your daily driver. We've done polls, and to see those polls, make sure to subscribe to the channel. But most of you are thinking about a Tesla for your daily driver. So think about your commute, maybe the terrain or the weather that you experience, because only in the upgraded versions, this is really important. I got the rear wheel drive, and in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I think we just got a foot of snow based on the time I'm filming this video. I had to get winter tires just to be safe. And just so you know, the Tesla comes with all season tires, but there's one big advantage that you get from the long range and performance, and that is all wheel drive. So you can probably get by if you're in a winter type of area with all season tires and all wheel drive, but you will not get that. Think about the purpose of your vehicle, how far is your commute, what weather are you going to be driving in, and think, do I really want to upgrade to the long range or performance? Yes, because of those unique features we just mentioned and the increase in range, but also that all-wheel drive feature. So let's talk about one of the biggest advantages of the Model Y at this time. And again, if you're looking at a Model 3, feel free to look at the timestamps in the description to skip ahead to where exactly you want to view. But the Model Y has a big advantage right now if you're thinking about getting one of those vehicles. Giga Austin is going to be leading the way producing the Model Y with a brand new structural battery pack, the 4680 battery pack. It's a lot stronger in the car. The car is more rigid, the way they screw in the battery to the chassis. So all you have to know is if you're thinking about a Model Y and you've done the financials, you've done the step 1, you've looked at what you can afford and what spec you want. Step 2, well, if you're looking at a Model Y, think about when you're going to order, because there is a huge announcement coming January 26th. We'll keep it short, but it's an earnings call. We expect big updates on Giga Austin and this Model Y and when you can get it. So here's a really big one that I really want you to pay attention to, and it's Tesla's bread and butter, and that is the performance. So even at a 5.8 0 to 60, I think the average sedan on the road does a 0 to 60 in about 8 seconds. I used to have a Jeep Compass, which is really, really slow. So think about what you're getting for your money. And if you want performance and acceleration, that should really go and factor into which Tesla you choose. And I say this because Tesla is truly you get what you pay for. So if you're a big fan, remember you're gonna save some on that charging cost, but if you're a big fan of acceleration, the Performance Model 3 has a 0 to 60 of 3.1 seconds. So in the future, I want you to know we are going to do full reviews on the Model Y performance and putting it head to head with my standard range Model 3. My twin brother is going to take delivery of his Model Y performance very, very soon. So subscribe to see all those comparison videos, and that acceleration is going to be absolutely huge. And I have a video right here of my acceleration. So if you're thinking about, well, is it really worth it? Is it enough acceleration? Should I get a Model 3 rear wheel drive? Is it enough as far as merging onto a highway or what have you? I can tell you it feels so much faster than perhaps the video looks. 5.8 seconds is fairly fast and really, really impressive if you have not driven a Tesla yet. So there's so many reasons to get a brand new Tesla. I want you to keep in mind the price. I want you to keep in mind the features and what you're going to use that car for, and which performance spec that you want. So obviously the Model Y is going to be larger than the Model 3. If you have a large family, perhaps based on the size, you might want to spring for the Model Y, but these exercises, breaking down those 4 steps, will really help you fine tune exactly which one you want, because once you have it, no matter which model you get, I know you're going to love it. And the only way I know you loved this content is to drop a like and let me know that you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing for all the latest update videos and reviews on this channel. Again, this is Matt from Funk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.